In the wise words of Albert Einstein, creativity is intelligence having fun. Well, we all know that we're intelligent, so let's have some fun. The reality is that creativity is kind of scary. We're med students, right? We love checklists and objectives and concrete evidence. But creativity is none of those things. It's limitless with so many options. And least appealing of all, there's no right answer. It takes a ton of courage to be creative. You never know how it's going to turn out. You could totally fail. And it's uncomfortable for us as student doctors to be in a land of unknowns and questions that you might have with no guidance. I am a self-proclaimed type A+ personality. I love everything planned out with no room for surprises. But I've always been envious of how creative people just seem to have this innate, carefree, stress-free attitude with the ability to embrace the unknowns. As a med student, you don't really know how to change from learning to study for med school, then learning how to be a board studier, then to be a preclinical student, and then to be a 3rd and 4th year, or even how to adult as being a doctor. But that's okay. That's where the creativity comes in. You might think, will I get this right? What if I mess up? But the truth is, there's no right answer. You'll learn to do what's best for you and try it out, and having no right answer might be scary, but that's okay. You can do it. You can get it right. Build a sculpture of good care practices from bits and pieces from all around you. You'll get creative and you'll see what works. We'll all just sit here and cheer you on and watch all of your successes. No one but you saw those first drafts. No one will see your failures. We just see your successes. And being creative means having the courage to fail you and the determination that if it turns out wrong, to turn it into something amazing. We don't see the changes that you make with each of your paintbrushes in your life. We just see the art that you create. It's hard, especially for me, to let go of wanting to create the perfect painting, get a perfect score, or get the intubation right on the first try every time. But the truth is, sometimes I get it wrong. I have to spin what looks like a failure into an opportunity. As being SGA presidents this year, the courage to be creative with our jobs, just this year alone in particular, has been evidenced around me every day. I'm utterly amazed at the things that we have already accomplished, and it's only October. I know that there have been some ups and downs for all of us, but we have already gotten creative. We have found ways to turn failures into opportunities. Just look at this great conference, even though it's virtual. We won't get knocked down by COVID. We just gotta break out of the norm and have the courage to make this year better than ever. Everyone around us is failing every day. Just think about how the restrictions are changing every day. But even through all those meetings that you attend, the countless emails that you send, and finding a solution only to be told to do something else, through it all, your students only see your advocacy and willingness to get creative and try something else. Now, whether or not your proposals go exactly as you planned or not isn't the point. What matters is that even if it went badly, you got back up, dusted yourself off, and turned it into an opportunity to try again tomorrow. We don't know all the time, energy, and changing of those colors to get it right, but we see the beautiful finished product. As a budding artist myself, trying to push myself to be creative, I was drawn to painting. Now, one painting I did started out as an idea for a beautiful beach sunset. The color scheme was perfect, the waves were flowing, the sunset was just right. Until I forgot to clean my brush off before filling in the sand. Suddenly, my beachy yellow sand was a horrible shade of muddy dirt brown. I was so upset, it was ruined. My perfect beach sunset was now what looked like the remnants of a mudslide. I was so upset and felt like a total failure. But after stepping away for a little bit and having a new set of eyes, I realized it looked kind of like a mountain scene. So I set forth, ready to paint the most beautiful mountain scene the world had ever seen. And you know what? It worked. I got my mountain scene, and everyone told me that it looked great. Little did they know that it was supposed to be a beach, but hey, it worked. So when you walk into whatever life comes next, be creative. Enjoy those butterflies in your stomach, and don't be afraid to let your beach scene turn into a mountain. Let your experiences be opportunities instead of failures, because after all, no one but you knows what the first plan was anyways. We only see your successes.